Hey class, and welcome to the Finding Averages tutorial, and we're going to be studying mean and mode. Average is also known as AKA measures of central tendency. A lot of people though do call it average, and only the math kind of geeks call it measures of central tendency, but it means the same thing though. Why do we want you to learn both of them, the mean and mode? Well, there are certain times when finding the mean gives you a better idea of the average of the data, and vice versa. Sometimes it's better if you find the mode, it's more appropriate. So let's start off at the mean, and the strategies. Number one, there's only two. Add up all the numbers, and number two, divide the sum by the amount of numbers in your data. So I always remember it by just writing it out. I mean to add and then divide. I mean to add and divide. Those are the two steps that you need to do. So we have to add 9 plus 13 plus 17 plus 14 plus 7, and you could either type it in the computer or do it longhand. I already did it in my on the side here. If you add all of them up, it equals 60. Second step, we have to divide this sum of 60 now by the amount of numbers in your data. So I can tell that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers in my data. So I'm going to do 60 divided by 5, which equals 12. So the mean equals 12. Okay, so again, we add up all the numbers. It gave us 60, and then we divided it by 5. Why? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers in our data, and that gives us the average, the mean. Let's take a look at the mode now. The mode strategies, I always do number one. I always order the numbers from least to greatest, just so that I can line them up and see how many there are of each one. And then number two, I find the number that occurs most often, so the number that I see the most often. Number three is saying your answer can be no mode, or it can have more than one number. So let's take a look at this set of data. 3, 15, 15, 15, 15, 96. This is a perfect time when using the mode would be more appropriate, because clearly 15 occurs way more than any other number. 3 appears once or occurs once, and 96 only occurs once. So if I wanted to figure out, what was the average score that this person maybe had in a game, I wouldn't bother adding them all up and figuring out the mean, when clearly 15 is the one that occurs most often. It occurs 4 times. So 15, I see 4 times, and I see 3 once and 96 once, so the mode equals 15, right? I see it way more times than the others. It can be a little bit different too, right? So say for instance, we had these 5 pieces of data. Step 1, I'm going to order them from least to greatest. So I'll write it in red pen so you can see. So 14, 34, 47, 76, and 92. Now I take a look at these numbers, 14, 34, 47, 76, 92. No number occurs more often. They actually only occur once each time. So in this case, there is no mode. And that's fine too. There doesn't have to be a mode. In this case, there was one, but in this case, there was none. The last one I have here is, I'll take a look at this set of data here. And we need to do the same thing. There's so many numbers, I need to rearrange them from least to greatest. So let's start at the least, 20, 30, I believe, 31, and 31, and 32. And I can see that I forgot a 30 here. That's why it's good to cross it off. And 35 and 37. Now I take a look again, and I try to find something that occurs more than any others. 20, 30, 30, 31, 31, 32, 35, 37. So it looks like 30 occurs twice, and 31 occurs twice. So the mode, in this case, is 30 and 31. So it can be 2 numbers, because they both occurred twice. If